So thank you for coming back daily. I appreciate it. So the book of Enoch was supposedly written by Noah's great grandfather Enoch. I will be re-recording if you remember when we were talking about the lies videos from a year ago, and I mentioned Elijah and Enoch, I will be re-recording that Enoch again and just play that at some point coming up, just so you have that information in your head fresh again. But if you recall, I had mentioned that I got this one here on the left because I wanted to see, because I had heard that this is where they talk about the 10 levels of heaven, and I wanted to see, because I heard a Christian Scientist speak about that, and I had never opened it. Well, I've opened it since. So here where it says the first book of Enoch, that actually is the same as this. So that first book here that's listed is the same as this. And I'll scoot this over just a little bit here. The second book and the third book is what we will be doing, but this first book here actually is this particular book, which I've already done. Now I have something else that I found super fascinating that I want to share with all of you, because I really had no idea. I'm just going to grab this because I want to share some things with all of you from this. Now, I had no idea that in the Old Testament there are so many places where other books are referenced. I had no idea. So we've, of course, have talked about the book of Jasher. You know where that is because we've talked about that, right? You all have that information. But it says, did you know that there's the book of wars of the Lord? Therefore it is said in the book of wars of the Lord, and that's Numbers 21:14. There's a lot mentioned in Chronicles. It says the annals of Jehu. Now the rest of the acts of Jehoshaphat, first and last, behold, they are written in the annals of Jehu, the son of Hanani, which is recorded in the book of the kings of Israel. That's from 2 Chronicles 20, verse 34. Then it says, as to his sons and to the many oracles against him and the rebuilding of the house of God, behold, they were written in the treaties in the book of the kings. Then Amaziah the son became king in his place. That's 2 Chronicles 24, verse 27. There are 13 times that I found that these other books, now it's the same book sometimes, but there are 13 times in scripture where other books are referenced that are not in the canonized scripture. I had no idea there was that many. The records of Nathan the prophet, it says, now the rest of the acts of Solomon from first to the last, they are not written in the records of Nathan the prophet, and in the prophecy of Ahiah the Shilonite, and the visions of Iddo the seer concerning Jeroboam the son of Nebat. That's 2 Chronicles 9, verse 29. Isn't that fascinating? What about this? The Chronicles of King David, it says, Joab the son of Zeruiah had begun to count them, but did not finish, and because of this, wrath came from upon Israel. And the number was not included in the account of the Chronicles of King David. That's 1 Chronicles 27, verse 24. And I'm going to just share one more. The Acts of Solomon. Now the rest of the Acts of Solomon and whatever he did in his wisdom, they are not written in the book of the Acts of Solomon. That's 1 Kings 11:41. So there are 13 places in canonized scripture that I found reference to these other books that are non-canonized. I thought that was fascinating, and I wanted to share that with all of you. I just thought that was really, really interesting. I was not expecting that. I actually, even though I've read the Bible, I didn't recall seeing all of that, and I thought it was interesting, and I wanted to share that with all of you. All right, armor up, we ride at dawn. May God bless you as always. Have a great day.